Monumental.
Oh. Well, that didn't work out so well as I hoped. Never mind. Anyway, guys, hi, welcome. No intro music today. I tried as much as... Get the fuck out of here. Start playing now, why don't you? Okay, guys. Anyway, hello. Looks like we've got 8 people. That's almost more. That is more than we had the entire show yesterday. So welcome to the 8 of you that are here. I'm trying to get you up on the screen so I can see who exactly the 8 of you are. I think I've got a little burp lined up in the pipe. I just gulped some coffee. And that was, it's a little kind of coffee one. Fuck off music. Thank you. So we've got Ribbit, Anika, Laurie. You're feeling better. That's good. What was wrong with you, little Anika? Share Bear's here. Hello, Share Bear. Laurie, music. Hey, Anika. Becky Pamplin. Oh no, technical difficulties. Yeah, we've had some set of technical difficulties. Sometimes it happens. You know what? We wing these shows. My God, there's a lot of fucking comments already. And my word. Trip was here earlier. Hello, Trip, if you're still here. Laurie was here. Nancy was the first one, as always. Look at her, little End Times. Hello, End Times. I don't know if you're little. Hello, End Times. I was referring to little Nancy before it started. Everyone prep good? Yeah, we're pretty good to go, I think. Some of you may have noticed I did a little stock up yesterday. Hello there, Heidi. Hi, I'm back. Nancy's back. I think too much news and lockdown had me sick. You're right, Anika. Now today, funnily enough, I actually started screaming a little bit of like mainstream media, some local news and Fox, and I kind of caught a little bit of what Trump had to say earlier. Very interesting. Kept talking about an invisible menace or an invisible threat, whether or not that is in fact the virus or a group of elite banking cabal types. Who knows? But interesting stuff. More importantly, for me as a direct, hey Smitty, welcome. Yeah, well, I have been here each and every day since the start of the pandemic was announced. Pretty much, this is what is a week ago last Monday that they sent me home for work, shut down the bars and restaurants. And today, good old John Tory announced that Ontario is going to be shut down at midnight tomorrow for a state of emergency has been declared. So kind of martial law, guys, is going to be here unless you are going out for essential items, which is groceries or pharmaceutical stuff, then you can't go out. Stay-at-home order has been enforced, or it's going to be enforced. So I was lost in cyberspace. So can't stick around. What are you making, Smitty? Just out of curiosity. Laurie says star. Becky was lost in cyberspace. It's the principalities of the airways. But yeah, I wasn't feeling too good today. And also it was a very wet and kind of grey, miserable day outside. Yeah, I saw that people lining up GameStop. What game was it? Call of Duty. They give away a free game or something, didn't they? I don't know why. Yay, I had trouble. What troubles did you have, Maiden Montana? Pray tell, pray tell. 14 folks now, so already more than tuned in for the Sunday service, which, to be quite honest, you didn't really miss much. Although Al1978 did pop by, so it was nice to have her as a guest in the audience out there. But here you are, 15 now. Whoa, popular tonight. So yeah, that was announced today. We are going in a state of lockdown. A state of emergency has been displayed. Are they really? And something interesting, I saw that like kind of grocery people somewhere in one of the states were being considered frontline or first line responders or something like this. Now I don't know if this is just to kind of reduce liability on an employer's part, if they do contract something as well. You were first line. Do you know what I'm saying? So I did see here in Toronto, actually, at the GameStop over the weekend, there was a big lineup. A few people, a few of my friends shared that picture around, showing, is this really essential? That's what I'm saying. And they've been somewhere they've been classed as first or frontline or first responders, whatever it is. So as I said, I think that's pretty much to do with kind of some legal protection for the powers to be, not necessarily the employees. It kind of gets around making them go, well, guys, you are first hand, you got to be there. And this is kind of the thing that they're saying, we were seeing in Toronto on some of the walkabouts, they're going to be done. So enjoy those for the time being. We're not going to be out and about at all. Hello, Reed Storm, Michigan lockdown today. Yeah, Ontario following suit. That's going to be tomorrow. I'm pretty sure by the end of the week it's going to be nationwide, right? If jobs weren't essential, they would not be a job. True that. They've made it so that we can't really do without them. Hi, Judy Bell. Nice to have you. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties at the start, but here we are now. I'm glad to have you, Reed Storm, amongst us this evening, amongst you out there in the live chats. That's what's going down with Ontario. So what that is exactly going to entail, we will wait and see. But this is something like, stay at home, don't go out, self isolate. And where's our lights? Jasper here. My PC broken, so I have to use phone. Glad to have you in any form, Jasper. Glad to have you, buddy. So anyway, what was I saying? Essentials, but they're saying stay home, but still delivery and takeout only. And I've seen quite a few delivery drivers turn up in and about my neighborhood since I've been home and sitting on my stoop, and since this pandemic. Now, what's stopping these guys transferring and just delivering COVID to your door with your pad thai and your Beyond beef burger? I don't know, but those guys are out and about doing their thing. So are they immune to it, or is somehow Uber, and of course Uber are in on this somewhere along the line, just as Amazon are now, that everything's pretty much delivery only? And is this part and parcel of the plan to get used to it? Let's burn out the small and tiny businesses and make everyone dependent on deliveries like Amazon. Let's remove cash from the society, because that was something I saw yesterday as well at a couple of grocery stores. Saying that, can you please use debit cards instead of cash? And even at the convenience store, when I picked up some smoking stuff, they were wiping them down, spraying the notes and wiping them down, hanging on a piece of paper behind the counter, actually not drinking. Well, that's good to know, Jasper, but drink away. We have no rights, only illusion. Yes, the illusion of freedom, and prisoners with their own key. We're entrapped in our own cage. I'm going to be a little bit more entrapped for the foreseeable future, we're seeing. But Trump was kind of saying stuff that, we may get this up and out the way. We may have this over and done with before 2 weeks, and for now we're shutting down for 2 weeks. But the way we're fast tracking, and there's going to be something available tomorrow. They're going to be handing out, which is some kind of drug that is a treatment that they've been having groundbreaking. It was already there. They've got the cure and the vaccines already in place. Just as I heard today on local news that they're going to be starting making more and more masks. The masks are in a warehouse ready to go. They've created the demand, and now they're going to hand out the supply. Yeah, only smoking weed. Well, that's good, Jasper. Yeah, someone else mentioned something about Passover, and we've had a new moon and that weird large star in the sky that's supposed to be Venus. That seems a little bit strange. But going back to what kind of Anika was saying about maybe the news and that, and this is true, when you keep hearing about things that make you sick, you keep hearing it over and over again, the psychosomatic effect will, do I have it? Am I, oh my God, I feel a little bit warmer than I should do. Is that because I've got COVID? Or, oh my God, I just coughed too much. Is that because, and I'm a smoker, I cough quite frequently, as most smokers do. And occasionally I do have to cough up a little bit of lung butter. I've been doing that since I was a teenager when I first started smoking. But yeah, Trip, shit is getting real. As I said, we are going to be in a state of emergency as of midnight tomorrow. So luckily enough, yesterday I did do a little walkabout. I did get a little bit of exercise and kind of did point out that the time we don't know how much how longer we're going to be able to do that, be able to have the freedom to get out inside. So it's certainly glad to get out a little bit yesterday, get some sunshine, get a little bit of exercise, most importantly get a few extra grocery items just to kind of top up the refrigerator before I start delving into the pantry for real, because if this is going to go on for 2 weeks or longer, because that's what it's saying, another 2 weeks I'm going to be home. Ontario, Laurie, Ontario, and that's the whole province, and provinces are what they call states here. So think of Ontario as the state, and city is this. Toronto is the city within that state. Ottawa is also in Ontario, the capital. Whereas our rights, they don't matter, and this is kind of a little bit of why the part of the drill or the exercise is they're getting away with as much they can just by suggestion. They've made no real amendments to government or passed any laws. They've just advised and told us. Although once there is a state of emergency declared, then shit does change, and quite rightly, shit is about to get real. I've got chicken, potato, kale, carrot, onions in a green curry cooking in the crock pot. Sounds nice, Ribbit. And as I said, that is a smoker's cough. So yesterday, luckily enough, I did get out, get a few more things. I got some bread, I got some milk, some bologna, cheese, nothing fancy, but just a few extra meals, and my little super stew that I made, full of nutrients and filling, very, very filling, hearty portion. I made 10 servings out of that large pot, actually 11, because I did have a big serving yesterday, but when I repackaged it and portioned it up today, I made 10 servings. Works out about $2 portion, and that's going to give me 10 meals for the coming weeks that are going to be pretty fresh and extremely nutritious and almost healthy. So that's good. And the other thing, I did stockpile today because, as I said, tomorrow, with it being things going to be shutting down at midnight, then I think tomorrow is going to be a very, very busy day for a lot of businesses, especially the marijuana delivery services. So today I actually used a different dispensary from the one I regularly do, and I'm almost so glad I did, just for one thing. Look at this. That's how it come, guys. It's so fucking cool because it looks like it come out of an MRE or a ration, and it's green. It almost looks like it should be an MRE or a ration, but if I open it up, there's no beef stew. I don't know if you can see in there. It's marijuana. I'm glad. I know you see the videos, Nancy. I know without before I put it up, that at least it's getting one view. Nancy's watching it. It also has the gusset at the bottom, and you bet your dollar I will utilize these. I'm actually going to maybe hit these guys up and see where they got them from. So those are perfect. Like I say, they just look so very kind of military with that green, and luckily enough they didn't heat seal them, so I can use them again. So there you go. And the best thing about this as well, it was $90 an ounce. Sharebed, you even watch my channel. How many times have I utilized my marijuana bags in the past? Shaking my head. I talked to a FedEx freight driver today, and he was issued an essential personnel travel paper. But yeah, no, that kind of was a little bit of the highlight of my day, to be honest. When I picked those up, I was like, holy shit, those packages are so cool. It is a little bit of a shame that they wrote on them, but there's another couple of ounces. So I've got about 3.5, maybe close to just under 4 4 ounces of marijuana. I'm just reading Share Bears lol, I love it. Yes, I've repurposed my marijuana baggies many times. While you're off on the pandemic shutdown, binge watch some of my videos like how Becky P did. She watched 32 in one day. That's the record, that's the bar, folks. If you want to be the ultimate TSP binge watcher, 32 videos in one day is your bar to beat. 33 would, look at that, how coincidental. That would be the record. But there you go, there's some more marijuana for the pile. But I always kind of feel like very groggy and miserable when it's wet and cold outside, and the shrapnel in my leg always kind of seems to hurt more when it's damp outside. The good thing is it doesn't feel as cold as it was over the weekend when it was kind of very winter-like, and even though I was out on the walkabouts, it was very crisp. Today, luckily, the rain has kind of made it a little bit warmer, but the dampness just kind of makes it a sort of different kind of miserable and cold. Trip made some TSP inspired trail mix today. Yum. I'm glad to see. Do you know what? That would be something I would love to get. Your nut sacks. Send me a nut sack of your own if we ever get the freedom to do so in the future. So welcome. You're a newbie, Reed Storm, and so far by now, your husband got his essential commerce papers today. Good to know. You're clearly not a troll. Sometimes when people, you might notice everybody's got a wench, it would seem, but those guys are the guys that come back each and every week. We don't exactly have a huge viewership on this channel, and the live shows are really pretty much just us guys getting together who have it's a little bit like the Alcoholic Anonymous type badges. These guys keep coming back, so that's why they've got one. So when people come in that kind of don't have one, we'll welcome in, but sometimes there's always that, is this a troll kind of thing? We don't like outsiders around here. You be on your way, you city folk. I don't mean that at all. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here. I have been going live pretty much daily since last Monday. This is about the 8th day in a row I have been going live, although a little bit today. Like yesterday, I kind of had that reluctance to want to do anything, and I kind of did force myself out in the end yesterday. Glad I did so, because honestly, today was a very just miserable. It's one of the days I kind of hate the much, those grey, miserable, kind of wet, raining all day. I'm an occasional visitor, so I'm very glad that you are. Trip, it's Reed Storm, not Red. Make her feel welcome by getting the name right, at least. I'm joking, Trip. But yeah, we're a bunch of misfits here, but a random bunch of misfits that may be quite knowledgeable as a collective. We're pretty much pothead preppers, to be honest with you. So I don't know if that's something you might indulge in, a little bit of the magic herb from time to time. But we have been trying to be the little bit of light-hearted relief in maybe try and distract ourselves as much. Oh, it is Red. Okay. Welcome, Red Storm, Reed Storm, Red Storm. I'm just teasing. We bust, or rather, I bust most people's balls in the chat. You tease the ones you love the most, as they said. Kirk Sunrise, Smoke It. See, there you go. We just mentioned a little bit of weed and someone packed up. There he is. Hey, someone mentioned weed. So I'm glad to have you also, Kirk Sunrise. Either way. Okay, but anyway, we do enjoy a little bit of herb here. So that's my situation. I think I'm probably going to have to go on ration tomorrow, and possibly with what little money I've got left, buy cigarettes. I do got about 100 smokes on me at the moment, but maybe I could pick up another few. I'll burn one up. I kind of I don't smoke indoors, unfortunately. Sometimes in the warmer months, I take you out on my stoop and sit outside and have a smoke. But when it's cold and right and miserable, it's not much fun for you to bring to. Otherwise, I wished I could, but I do got a little pot there of some buds of some critical kush. This apparently has 27% THC. I don't got any credit on the thrift phone at the moment, Ribbit. And my advice to anybody who's thinking of possibly sending me anything at the minute would be not to, due to the kind of climate and situation at the moment. I'm guessing so, Laurie. That's from tomorrow night. I need a fucking torch. You don't have a torch? 27%. Yeah, nice. So it is a pretty nice smoke. So at the minute, like I say, I've got about 1/4 pound of weed on me, which sounds pretty nice and comforting. For the foreseeable future. So if I really kind of had to ration that down, 1/2 ounce a week, that could last me maybe 2 months. But that is kind of rationing it. Certainly for my sort of regular, when I'm at work and earning money, I can smoke sometimes more than 1 ounce a week. But anyway, it's better to smoke something than nothing. So we might go on. It might be a good thing to do to try and cut down a little bit, perhaps. Woke, good to see you, brother. Hope things are good with you. You guys are in lockdown down there in SoCal. We're going the same way here in Toronto and Ontario. Pretty sure that Vancouver will be going wow, 20 folks. That is impressive, because as I said yesterday, we had 5. I did a live show to 5 people. That's dedication for you. 1 gram a day at possible. That would be nice, Kirk. Probably a little bit of a stretch, but I do mix it with tobacco, so I can kind of do a little bit of stretching out, make it, sometimes when you get down to just a little bit of a nugget, that's usually only enough for 1. You sometimes convince yourself, I can make 2 out of that. So maybe if I sort of start cutting down now before it gets to the point that it's low, it won't be so much of a shock to the system. Was I here yesterday? No, Ribbit, you weren't. In fact, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for the 3 mods and Nancy and Kelly Kebo, she was here, and Al, I think we got 7 people at one point, but we're 22 now, so that's pretty crazy numbers for recently. I don't know what's going on as well. Since last Monday, YouTube and Facebook both kind of handed their community standards department over to the AI algorithms, and I've certainly noticed since last Tuesday, my figures in viewing figures and numbers have been down quite a lot. Man, don't I wish I was somewhere warm through this. Maybe you could just sit out in your backyard for the next few days, away from everybody and everything, and catch a tan. But no such luck here. It is going to be a little bit cold tomorrow, I think, but we are going to see a few days above 11 degrees. Well, are you in the Discord at all? If anyone can pop the Discord link up there, that would be great. Wonder where Killer Kyle is. I'm guessing he's still out in work. I haven't seen him for a bit. Who else is missing? 8. Oh my god, don't. It was like 2 here today, Kirk. I'm surviving. Well, we are all into this together. Something I noticed that people are putting on their storefront doors in my neighborhood. Seen a couple of those on the walkabouts. If I get 1 more sub, I will make my goal of 1K by September, which is my birthday month. If if you haven't already and nobody's subscribed to Disabled and Prepping, please go do that right now. Help her out. She is part of our kind of little connection of network of real honest YouTubers. That's what I'm saying. I don't think people are getting notifications. And something I noticed today with YouTube, you kind of have your home, Trent, and then there's like they've changed it. There was an update, I think, recently, but it's changed a little bit the layout. But you usually click these subscriptions. I don't usually go to home. I just go straight to subscriptions. But when I was looking through it, they were like putting suggested content in my subscription section, which should be just primarily where I can see videos from the channels that I subscribe to. But they were sticking a load of shit in there. I was like going from like, wait, am I actually in? I had to sort of double check to make sure that I was in the subscription. So I don't know if anybody else is experiencing that or noticing that. Let me know if you are. I'll jump over and let people in Discord know. Good stuff, Laurie. Thank you, Becky Pamplin, very much for that. I am out of work. If I know everybody is. It's almost no point even suggesting it. But you know, if you want to do help out and support TSP through this time, it would be greatly appreciated this time, because already I'm starting to lose. I've lost a week's wages already, and another 2 weeks ahead, and then it's going to be weeks again before, you know, who knows when I'm going to get another paycheck. Hello, Glynis. But as I said, I understand that I'm not the only one. A lot of people are in this same boat. So don't worry too much about it. We will keep bringing you daily stuff. So a little bit of positive stuff. I was having a little chat to my friend and your friend, hopefully, Annie. Remember her? She came in last Wednesday from Prepper Chicks. And we're talking about throwing a joint pajama party, pandemic pajama party. So I don't know, guys, how that sounds to you. You're a bunch of crazy folks. Maybe we'll come together and sort of probably, you know, try and have a little bit more fun and games, and just, I don't know, try and laugh and forget about all our troubles. Algorithms are being noticed with, yeah, thank you. I'm not crazy. Something I've noticed for quite some time is the algorithms and how they work, and things to do with the sub count and the view count and that, for sure. Really? PayPal's doing that? I did not do that. A pajama jam, yeah, something like that, Montana. But she thought it was a great idea when I said I'm thinking of having another pajama party. She's like, I'm down. So she was fun. And maybe we can have a little bit of a nerdy nostalgia pajama party. If some of us, you know, we're all in the same age group, we probably share some of the same memories in loves from the 1980s and the 70s and stuff. I haven't worked since 2016. Lucky. Drunk in my skivvies. Glad to hear it, Trip. There's a beautiful image for some of those. 2505 for me, Judy. Okay, you're talking about when you worked. So I did not know that about it's almost 50% because I'm in the US. I'm really not sure, Ribbit. I've kind of used my PayPal for buying stuff in and on eBay and never ever experienced anything like that. So yeah, if it does that, then by all means do not. But for the time being, as I said, I don't know, even if you sent me something, I'm not going to be able to go out and get it. I don't even know if the PO box is open. And on top of that, I do have an invoice to pay him money. The fee to send it? Do you have a PayPal account, Ribbit? Because I don't know if like that's like sometimes PayPal to PayPal, it's free to send money. If you're a visitor or a guest, I think there is a charge. Toga. But anyway, they sometimes, maybe you do have one room. Well, that is strange. I've never heard that. But sometimes there is a little bit of a charge, maybe for the conversion between US currencies, right? But anyway, that was what we was thinking. Let's try and have a pajama party. Let's try and have some fun and games. Maybe do a little bit of spin the bottle or truth and dare, and paint our nails. That was something you missed yesterday, guys. I painted little faces on my finger. You missed my ambidextrous Sharpie fingerprint painting. But yeah, no, I'm not going to be in a toga or anything like that, ladies. Don't think you're going to be seeing any skin or not. But I think maybe I did show you a little bit of skin last year during the spring break. Funny enough, I think I was making a prepper pantry item stew back then that ended up feeding to raccoons. Yes, it was so cute, Shaz. So we lost a couple of folks. Yeah, I painted little faces on my fingers, not on my nails, on the inside, the fingertips. Made little dancing men. Ding, ding, ding. We could do it again, anyway. Yeah, I do like shower every day, Laurie. I'm not like disgusting. What's wrong with you? And you know, I do wash my hands, although I'm a little bit concerned. You know, like the World Health Organization has been like, they wash your hands for 20 seconds. Well, I've been washing them for 20 seconds, but Mississippi-lessly. So like, I don't think it actually was 20 seconds, and it was maybe just like 14.5 seconds. So I'm a little bit concerned that maybe that extra 6.5 seconds of rubbing is meant that the COVID is crept in. A little bit concerned about that. Yeah, I mentioned yesterday trip and live feed. A guy I'm watching is Jason Goodman. I've watched him for quite some time, actually, for years before I was even a YouTuber. But he's in New York City, and a little bit like me, he's been doing some walkabouts over the last sort of week and sort of showing this. He's been going to the hospitals to see where all the victims are that aren't anywhere, and showing there's, ambulances in abundance in the car lot. And so, this doesn't really sort of seem to be a hospital that is under bombardment from hundreds and thousands of COVID infectees. He's also been walking around the streets showing how empty Manhattan is, and it's very, very spooky to see, Times Square practically empty. But he actually got attacked by a guy during one of his live videos yesterday. Sorry, there's a little bit of a quiet burp. By possibly a homeless guy, or maybe somebody had been twisting the pookie a little too much. But he did notice, and the guy he's walking with, they did point this out, that over sort of each and every day, like, pools and groups of homeless people are growing, whereas there are less and less people on the street. The number of homeless people are sort of multiplying, and how people are kind of disregarding certain laws, like, jaywalking is in abundance. People are walking around with cans of beer and bottles of beer in the street. Skate parks, people and kids are skating all over the place, and people playing lots of basketball and things like this, like street sports. But the concern was that, all of a sudden these mobs of homeless people are going to realize that there's almost no police on the streets. Nearly every single business is practically locked up, and it doesn't matter whether or not the items within businesses are of value or not. It's a matter of time before they get broken in. And we've also heard how police are in various states now are kind of, we're just not going to arrest anyone unless it's a violent crime. It's almost kind of like the PG-13 purge, go out and commit a little few misdemeanors. All right, don't worry, shoplift if you want, just don't hurt anyone, we won't mind. So you see what I'm saying? This seems a little bit of a thing. The military calls it shit, shave, and shine. I'm sure they do. Your landlord can't kick you out anywhere. In Canada, they're doing all sorts of things like this. Hey, shit on shingles. Yeah, that's a dish you'll find in the chow hall in the incarceration facilities. This is all right now. There's doing lots of things that, because people are going to be in some kind of economic difficulties for the facility, like millions of people, literally. As I said, I've kind of thought about what's more important in the coming days and weeks immediately, that, I might not be able to get things I need. So it's best to get the things I need when I can, and worry about monetary issues at a later date. And we're kind of a little bit imprisoned within our homes, and the phantom menace is what we're all afraid of. No, my dad said it was, I think it's an army and a kind of chow hall thing. I don't think there's that much difference between army chow halls and prison chow halls, to be quite honest. But the fear is what is spreading more than the virus, I believe. And I think really and truly the media in social media is what is responsible for this. And I think a little bit today getting caught into the mainstream media. I was watching a little bit of the local news just to see what they were saying on updates on the what to expect with this state of emergency, and then watched a little bit of the Trump address. And has anyone noticed they've removed the seal? The eagle's gone off of the Washington, the pedestal thing. It just says the White House now. They used to have the eagle and the seal. Whereas our rights, but since our Prime Minister announced it, it may be a few days ago. But yeah, that I forget Glynis and Laurie are both this side of the border, so we got a little bit of. I live in Toronto, Toronto, Canada. I was in Southern California for a little while, many years ago, but for the last 8 years, I've been in Toronto, Canada. So yeah, we do got a few Canadians and mostly Americans here. If you waffle stomp, you can do a couple of S at the same time. Yeah, indeed you can. Oh look, Glynis is putting a can ham and retracting a message and going to retype it. You've got that OCD thing too, Glynis. But they can't kick you out. Yeah. So luckily enough, that shouldn't really be too much of an issue for me. My rent is paid up till the beginning of May. So I'm glad you said new world pandemic, because this is all a little bit of the new world order coming into place, I believe. Just kind of the events of that Tuesday in September many years ago. Many things changed. Life was never the same after that. Life's not going to be the same after this. And the events back then on that Tuesday in September were kind of part of a larger plan that is kind of leading us to where we are today. Just like the unpatriotic Patriot Act that was required after 9/11 to keep everybody safe. There's probably going to be a pandemic act, because we've got to keep ourselves safe from future pandemics and possible viruses. And this is what I kind of think is part of the drill in the program, and the social engineering of this is getting us used to that, a little bit like the SoCal power outages last summer, if you remember, towards the end of the summer, where every other week they were all without power for a few days. This was kind of getting a few people used to engineering programming, going without things. I think this is what this is now, is getting us a little bit used to us. And maybe the phantom menace of the virus isn't really as deadly as they say. But when we've all stayed and self-quarantined, and once the state of emergency is lifted, see, your government looked after you. We want to keep you safe. And in order to keep you safe in the future, we need to do this. Yeah, I was in San Diego for a year, and in and around LA for 3 years, Kirk. The great pandemic, and just as the Wall Street crash was kind of generated and designed for the purpose of what exactly happened to redirect the power and control of the nation's fund into the controlling body of the Fed. I think this is by design. The pandemic is by design in order to kind of financially reset. We talk about people not wanting to accept cash at them. Oh my god, cash can be, COVID's on cash, burn your money, let's have a cashless society. This is kind of the things that are being implemented as of this, while they're getting used to it now. And this is what they've done. Every government around the world has kind of pushed everybody to stay in home, taking away their rights without having to really take away their rights until the state of emergency comes in play, and then it is technically martial law. So yeah, what can we do in this time to try and benefit or utilize or maybe distract ourselves from all the fear mongering that is going on elsewhere? We're trying to sort of where and how we can be a little bit of light-hearted distraction and comical relief, and try and have a little bit of humor to laugh and joke, maybe go to bed with a smile on our face rather than hiding under the pillow in fear, if you feel me. So what are you all saying? Are we having some puffering issues there, folks? Somebody posted in Discord. Aztec's in Discord, but he's not here. But anyway, so what else are we going to be doing? So at some point this evening, I will be catching up on the latest episode of Better Call Saul. That's something I am looking forward to. I actually chose you guys over my Saul Goodman group. I could have joined in and watched the latest episode live, although I would have had to streamed it via a service. I don't have cable TV, but that's how much I appreciate you. And I actually started that community long ago, 5 years in fact, when Better Call Saul first aired. Okie dokie. Laurie, good, thank you. So we have lost a couple of people. Look, we're down to 18 now. Glynis is going to start a garden from scratch. That's smart. Excuse me, that isn't the COVID. I'm over here eating comfort food. Why not? Knock yourself out, Made in Montana. You know, try and have a couple of treats or something while we can in the daily routine, and trying to make it fun. Maybe another thing I suggested we could do is we could do a cook along with tea ramen recipe. Like, I'll tell you what to get, put a little list up of ingredients, and if you have them on hand, or if you can get out still and pick them up, get them that, and you can cook along with me as we do a live ramen recipe. If that's something that might be interesting, or something you're interested in, let me know. We've got to try and find out with something a little bit my only tip is, Kurt, is probably not to overthink it. And you probably, if you've got a phone, you've pretty much got all you really need to start with. I only have a phone and a couple of tripods and a selfie stick I kind of use when I'm out and about. But nothing more than that. I don't have any fancy computers or cameras or lighting. Picked up these backdrop things from the dollar store. And it's more like sometimes you're the biggest obstacle to overcome. Just start one and make a video. It's a little bit difficult, you know, when you do start, unless you've got anybody that's, you know, friends that are going to be just sort of subscribed to give you some numbers on the board. But it does take a little bit of time and effort and perseverance before you do start to reap the rewards of it. What kind of channel were you thinking to start? Yummy. What's Becky doing? Sorry, Becky's cooking something that's delicious. She's got dip. We got chips and dip. I'm having Fritos and French onion dip. So it is like, I think you're right, Made in Montana, and a little bit of that kind of, some of us are trying to have that sort of vacation-y spirit in chips and French onion dip. That's a little bit of a Thanksgiving-y thing, if I can remember. But I had chips earlier. Actually, I didn't have stew. I did make a stack of bologna sandwiches and a pile of chips. I was actually thinking about doing a video called Sandwich Time with tea earlier this afternoon and eat my sandwiches. But I was actually waiting for my my delivery, so I didn't want to kind of be in the middle of my sandwiches and talking to you and all of a sudden have to go outside and wait for the guy to turn up. You're going to do a truth channel. Well, Kirk, all I'm telling you, buddy, is start your channel, put a video up. If you want to come back and join us in the live, I'm pretty sure I can get, you know, a handful of the Thrift fam to go over and sub to you to support you in the early days. And we're always glad to help and support, like, you know, small and not thriving, but small little channels or enterprises within our community. And if you want to stick around and be part of the community, then I'm sure some of these guys that are in the chat will support and watch you. So there you are, Becky. Would sub, gusset regularly, and don't neglect the nutsack. Good advice from Trip there on the channel. So that's what I'm saying, is just starting. I call this, you know, shit video productions, and the reason being I don't edit, I don't filter, I just kind of pretty much press go and record. What you get is what you see, sort of thing. The only thing I do occasionally is press pause and play again. That's about the closest I get to any real editing. But as I said, we get you a couple of subscribers on the board, and it's just a case of making one. If you do have a computer, it'll probably be a little bit easier. But if you have a phone, get yourself like a meme generator to make your thumbnails. Maybe download a thumbnail maker, and rather than keep the app, just kind of download the templates that you want to use and keep those in a file for yourself. Maybe get a little screen recorder app and maybe an editor app at that. And that's pretty much all I have and all I use to make this channel. So occasionally I do like screen recording videos where you need to kind of look at articles on the internet or something, or pictures. So it's not really as hard as you think it is. And I think, like I say, the hardest thing to do is actually make a video and upload it. And once you've sort of done that, then the next hard part is getting people to watch it. Yeah, avoid beak sticks. Meat missiles. We had turd torpedoes at one point, didn't we? Don't worry, Trip. I will shoot a prepper baby out of a catapult at some point. Well, you can kind of like bring it all under the one channel. I kind of was a little bit of a Swiss Army knife of YouTube channels in many ways. I had like the prepping stuff, predictive programming, truth, social engineering, social programming, that kind of thing. Weird skies. There was lots and lots and lots of content. I actually deleted over 200 videos to try and keep this channel afloat and avoid being terminated due to community strikes. But a lot of YouTubers and YouTube channels that you advise on, just stick to one thing. Never ever divert from the one thing that you've made your channel about. And I like to go against the grain of all the things they suggest to you. And sometimes truth and prepping go hand in hand, and just sometimes what you are talking about go hand in hand. So cute girls and ramen noodles totally send it over the edge. Yeah, that's another thing we won't be seeing for a couple of weeks at least, is pretty girls eating ramen. Whoa, have you seen my pretty girls in the ramen? I get the girls at work, they're not bad looking. I'm not gonna miss my annoying little sisters, but they come and done a couple of videos with me. I taught girls with big boobs how to make prison ramen. What woke? That's something you've got to see. There ain't no Marfugal bringing you big boobed girls making prison ramen, I can tell you that much. Let's see Dex get a hot Tibetan to eat spicy hot root ramen and then make sex noises. That ain't happening anytime. Yeah, I'd rather get the rubber Ao Mao out put her in heels. Funny enough, I probably shouldn't admit it, but an ex-girlfriend did leave a pair of her underwears behind that I could probably put on the rubber Ao Mao. That was a good video. It was enjoyable. And the other reason I kind of put them in, because, these aren't girls that are preppers or got any clue about half the shit that we talk about. To be quite honest, that would go over the majority of their heads. But they, you saw how easy they didn't even know what prison ramen was, and they managed to sort of make it up and actually enjoyed it. Little evil Angelica, she couldn't get enough of the prison ramen in the end. Thanks, Trip. For doing that. So look, Kirk, you've already got a few subscribers before you've started. And Nancy, you're just like my mum. You're going to enjoy everything I've done. Even if I come back and say, Mum, I was drunk driving. I know I shouldn't have done it. I was drunk driving. And, the care centre for the disabled and blind kids, well, they were being walked around on the sidewalk. And I kind of thought it was the driveway, and I mounted anyway. There are no kids left, and there's a dog stuck under the hood of the car that kind of, I don't know how the dog. It's okay, son. Do you want some fish sticks or sausages for tea? But anyway, there you go. So breaking the matrix. So let us know how you get on, Kirk. And as I said, when you put a video up, let us know. We'll certainly watch it. And again, join the Discord if you do and you want to share your content there. Go ahead. We do have a few platforms as well as on Facebook and Discord to keep you guys in communicado with one another. 50 minutes. This seems to be going very slow tonight. Sometimes like, whoa, it's 50 minutes, and I was kind of expecting it to be an hour. I mean, it's not that far away, but Da, 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 da. If you are new, please thank you, Heidi. And that is kind of a little bit of how you should kind of navigate most channels. I tend to, when I find a new channel, the first thing I do is check out the playlists, and see what kind of, from their playlist, and you get an idea of sort of what kind of mind they're coming from. I don't know. But you know what they do, Trip? The little WhatsApp group is. They sit around on the sidelines and wait until we say, "Hey guys, we're about to go," and then all of a sudden go, "Hi guys, it's me, Al Mal." Or it's not Anika; she's already here. Who's one of the other ones that always turns up late? It usually is always Al Mal, but more often than not, Hoopties has been missing as well. I hope everything's all right with Hoops. I know her and her husband are out of work. Sings along. She's usually here at the beginning. She may sort of turn up like 5 or 10 minutes, but she's not one of the yeah, I noticed that you've got a bit of buffering going on. So let's go over to you. What's going on in your neck of the woods? I've been talking too long. Let's see what you guys are saying, although that's probably why you do kind of tune in to listen to me talk. But what's going on? What's any developments in your neck of the That's nuts woke. Plastic is more fake than paper. Indeed, pufferin. Yeah, it's pufferin, Nancy. Because sometimes I like to puff, and I think that was where it come from. That once I was outside having a smoke break, and it started to puffer. Yeah, there's no Danny, although she was around earlier in actually, because I'm a bit sad she is, yeah, because she had a little bit of a story to tell us. You are the oil that keeps our engines running. That's very, very sweet and almost quite profound. Becky, thank you for that. So yeah, I'm trying to kind of, I don't know really what I'm trying to do with going daily, but we're doing it, and I think the comfort in as I was chatting to some of you mod girls before, that sometimes, even though I don't want to do this or don't feel like doing this, doing it sometimes makes me feel better. So I'm usually glad for doing it. But as I said, we are going to be kind of shut inside, and I've already been in for a week and kind of maybe missing the fact that I do have a little bit of social interaction with at work. Not, the girls, we always have a local jaff. Laugh and a joke together, and there's even a couple of customers that I don't mind seeing. That's fucking brilliant, Laurie. My nutsacks bring all the girls to the chat room. My nutsacks are better than yours. The virus stays on the surface for 3 to 5 days. So I could actually, thinking about it, maybe I couldn't. I could. You don't need nutsacks to hang with teeps. You don't. Actually, Woke, if you are in the Discord, I was interested if you would hit me up. That's all I'll say. But if you can try and find a way to hit me up privately, do so. Aztec, there he is. We were just wondering where you were, brother. We saw you were in the Discord, and thought you're too cool to hang out with us now. You pimping it up in the Discord. So maybe Aztec is rolling with the WhatsApp group, and they're like, "Oh my God, Aztec, join us! He's on to us. We need one of the boys to make it look as though we're not just hanging around watching and waiting for him to say you're going off air." And I'm almost certain if there is a WhatsApp group, and they know that it's like that episode of Friend. Oh my God, he knows that we know that he knows that we know, kind of thing. Yo, Aztec in the house. My friend did manage to find me the ramen she was going to pick up for me. Woohoo, I have ramen noodles. Well, Heidi, I'm looking forward to seeing you make a thrift store prepper prison style ramen recipe, and throw your pinch on it. Because Sings, Al Mal, and Anika, yeah, they do sound like the sort of three. You could see them as being the girls that smoke in the bathrooms at school, and would kind of wear shorts, skirts that were a little too short, and maybe not do their ties up properly, and chew bubble gum. And maybe one of the three of them would let you finger her for a bag of Frito-Lays or Hot Cheetos. I think that'd probably be Al Mal, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, I'm very interested. I'm a little bit curious. I actually introduced prison ramen to Annie Bradell the other day. I was telling her about, and she's like, "Dude, This is fucking vital information I never knew. And even some of you last week didn't even realize, although this isn't technically a prison thing, but some of you didn't know you could rehydrate beef jerky, and now you do. But I am the Pink Ladies, that should be their name, the Pink Ladies, Save Your Roaches. Well, I am going to go a little bit into marijuana rationing, possibly. I do got a couple of edibles left also. There they are. Saving those, just in case. Sorry, your poor virgin ears. What were we saying? Nancy, I felt like I was back in the high school cafeteria. The Nutsackers, that's also a good one trip. Went out to stock up on plant nutrients, and businesses are starting to close here in Southern Cali. Same here, Aztec. We're going that way tomorrow. Save any NJ seeds you find. I will, but you don't often, although I think in the weed that I did just pick up in the cool army MREs, oh my god, if Smitty was here I could have showed it to him. That would be brilliant if you had one of those in an MRE. But I was saying something that I forgot all about. Oh yes, I'm thinking of, I do have a little bit of a ramen recipe, because Becky P said that the ramen recipe I made live the other day kind of looked a little bit like beef stroganoff. So I'm going to try and make beef stroganoff using the very similar techniques to we did there, but try and make the kind of sauce somehow using mayonnaise. The Gusset Girls, the Pink Gussets, that should be their name. Oh, that's a good one. The Pink Gussets. So many implications with that one. Posted a picture if I ever run out of bullets. Welfare on Weds and CPP on Friday, then I think they're locked down BC after people shop. Quite possibly. So Laurie, you're pretty stocked up. You went and got your stacks of couple of cases of stag chili the other week, because I give you a heads up, that's going to come in handy in the future. So yeah, some of you, if you have been following along my channel and pantry builder, and you've been building a little pantry of your own, you should be quite thankful of that in this situation. So unlike the majority of folks who aren't as inclined to have food insurance put aside for a rainy day, we could probably be a little bit comfortable, possibly, until this dies down. And all being well, is a big invisible phantom menace, and hopefully the predetermined solution to this problem that is getting the reaction that is desired, I'm sure, isn't that far away from being implemented. If or not, we're going to be glad and welcome of it being over and done with, or whether we'll be praying for those days. I wish it was the early days of the COVID when we didn't have to go to work and didn't have to worry as much as we are now. But I got all about but alcohol, Shah. Well, I'm not so I mean, you could probably do without rubbing alcohol. You can make do with something else if need to. TSP, some bird feed comes with good MJ seeds. Check out Luck and Luck. Really? They say hemp, but I grow them out, and let me tell you, they are not hemp. Nice. Interested. Yeah, and dropped 1,000 on ready to eat food a couple of weeks before this. Did our taxes. Nice. That would be been quite interested to see what $1,000 pantry haul would look like. I kind of have often dreamed of doing that. I'm spending $1,000 on my pantry, but I don't really know where $1,000 of pantry would go in my little basement. Funny enough, Roger come back from a little trip yesterday and told me that there was some possible potential trasher, and someone had tossed out some furniture, and very nice furniture. I do live in like a pretty fancy neighborhood, although I live in a basement. The neighborhood is fancy, and when these folks do toss out their trasher, trust me, they do throw away some bling trasher garbage. But it's very nice little kind of drawer and cut little cupboard and chest of drawers, and it would almost been perfect for micro pantry, micro prepping purposes. I could have probably got all my sort of, not the little stacking units, but the containers that I got piled on top. I don't have 1,000. Me either, Nancy. At the minute, I've got about $5, but I do have $70 owed to me by the Professor Frank, another one of the people that live in my building. US 600 on ammo, and glad we did. Our firearms store closed. Well, lucky you got $600 worth of ammo. Made in Montana. Maybe that was something we could have done in thrift stock. This unlikely to happen now. We could have all gone out and done some dumpster diving. Trip's got 150 on there. I've got my weaponized selfie stick. I weaponize it because I just tied a little bit of rope on there so I can put my wrist through it. Hey, Kirk, he's back. But that's what I got. And that's what I'm saying. Over the coming weeks and days, I'm not going to need dollars in the house if we're stuck in, but I am possibly going to need marijuana and smoke. So, Ribbit didn't got ammo, but a friend's son has an AFO to arm a small militia. Interesting. That's good to know. Maybe he is part of a small militia, and that's why he has enough ammo. If he is probably a good person to be rolling with. Ribbit. No thrift stock. I know. Sad. But who knows? They may open again. Although I think that might be some time. That's why I carry the selfie stick, because although it's little, I can kind of stuff it in my bag. And as a YouTuber, I could say that it was equipment that I can attach, something onto it. Anika, I'm boring you, Anika? Is that what you're saying? I sent you to sleep. My content's that boring. But this does extend. It's like an expendable baton. But it isn't an extendable baton. It's a GoPro selfie stick. So that's something that I will start carrying around a little bit more if I do get to go out, because as I said, in New York, homeless folks are mobilizing and mobbing up. And as I said, Jason Goodman, he was attacked by one guy who knocked the camera out of his hand in Penn Station. So we did get past the hour mark. You can't say that now. You just said it on. Yeah. Oops. What can I say? He's not militia, but he rolled his truck a few months ago and spilled so much ammo he was using a bucket to pick it up. No, just been sleeping a lot. Okay, so there is, as I say, that bit's a bit thin, but you just use that as a handle. YT. What can't we say on YT? Reed Storm. Where did I put my water? Okie dokie. So quite possibly we will wrap this up a little bit shorter sooner than later, and I will get down to catching up on Better Call Saul. In New York, yes, Kirk. Check out Jason Goodman at Crowdsource The Truth. He's been doing a lot of walkabout videos similar to mine in and around Manhattan. And over the days, he kind of mentioned and pointed out that the homeless people are kind of realizing that they're the majority at the moment on the streets of Manhattan, whereas before the millions and millions of people that commuted in and out and the tourists and stuff, it kind of swamped out the homeless people. But all of a sudden, they're the only ones that are out and about on the street, and they are mobbing up a little bit. There was a big bunch of them in Penn Station. Very interesting videos to watch. I'm not saying that he has all the answers or anything, but he is a very interesting gentleman, does have a lot of interesting guests on there. But his videos out and about walking around Manhattan this last week are very, very interesting. Much better presented than my little shaky walkabouts there. But name for that channel, that's his name, Jason Goodman. Crowdsource The Truth. Becky Pamplin, don't you promise me a good time. So check him out. If you want to leave a comment, say, hey, TSP TV sent me, you can do, although he doesn't know who I am. It would be nice to kind of register on his radar though, if you get me. But thank you for that. But yeah, he's got very, very interesting videos, and I've been kind of watching him a little bit, and he kind of has a kind of comforting voice and a little bit of a calming presence that's it's kind of welcome. Not so much on the fearing. And he's friends with Ollie Damagard, and if you guys don't know who Ollie Damagard is, you probably should, because he is the world leader expert on kind of conspiracy theories and the behavioral patterns of the elites. He's currently in Spain on a total lockdown out there. And Heidi's back. What were you doing, Heidi? You didn't go for a little nap, did you? Or did you go and have a sneaky smoke behind the bike sheds? Naughty Beaver. No, can't say I watched Naughty Beaver, although it probably might have been something I watched in the past, but maybe not the Naughty Beaver you're talking about. But yeah, we will try and wrap this up, I think, rather than keep going on indefinitely and rambling, unless anybody does have anything interesting to bring. We'll probably leave Danielle to tell a story, but she had a little bit of an interesting situation where homeless people, incidentally, drug addicts in BC, they tried to rob her store, and when the security tried to stop them, a little bit of a fight broke out, and someone got spat on. And also check out a guy called Jeff Censored. He's also in Canada. He's in Montreal, but he's kind of, for me, the only guy that kind of really calls it as it is. Jeff Censored. Check him out. Very, very interesting stuff. I heard this is all to get the elites arrested. The alliance is against the 1%. Yeah, I've heard stuff about that as well, Glynis. But really and truly, I haven't got any answers, and I don't think many people have any real, true, and genuine answers, other than what they're telling us, and whatever they're telling us may not, in actual fact, be truthful or honest. So, kind of with the unknown and the uncertainty, I'm trying, me personally, I'm trying to kind of avoid adding to any speculative fear mongering. There are some sick fucks, and I know people support Oxford United, Sharebear, and people listen to fucking Coldplay. Can you believe that shit? Sick fuckers. But I wish the alliance was coming down on the 1%. That would be very nice. Maybe, a liberation. I hope it's the impetus that breeds innovation. Let's hope so too. That's a nice word trip. Impetus. Impetus. Shah. Everybody give it a Shah. Let's get a Shah. Like 14 people. We're losing viewers as well as subscribers. I'm down to 159 subscribers now. Each and every we lose members from our No, I had bologna sandwiches and a pile of chips earlier. So that would probably be my main meal for today, and this is what I'm trying to do, is kind of spread out what I've got. Tomorrow I will have a serving of veggies. That being said, I might do, I don't know, but we will, as I said, probably try to be wrapping this up a little bit shortly. If Kirk's leaving, a good night. Thank you very much for your presence, and maybe we'll see you again at some point in the not so distant future, and we look forward to seeing your videos. Now he's not a lost soul. We can all learn how to do fat girl ballet, if you say so, Shabba. I don't think I'm going to be signing up for that anytime soon, mind you. I hope I can get a few more things Friday. I hope that for you too, Laurie. Let us know if you can. If you can, make do with what you got. Those cans of chili you picked up the other day will be good. So yeah, take care, Kirk. Peace to you too. As we got 15. Are we going to see one of the Gusset girls, the pink Gussets? I'm going to stay up late and drink. Anyone going to go to Discord? I'm pretty sure Jasper. What happened to Jasper with his different account? See you show. Okie dokie. I'm pretty sure Nancy will be at Discord trip if you want some company. There he is. There he is. Where's our rights? So Jasper, were you going to be able to go to Discord without your phone? Probably not. He's here. Ribbit Trip, what you drinking? Why are you drinking as well, Ribbit? Trip, what you drinking? Look at that, Jinx. What do you mean maybe? You know you're going to be there, Nancy. You're probably already there. I want to fill jerry cans and propane I picked up. Okay, well, that will be a good idea, I guess. But hopefully, I don't know, guys. It's hard to say what the future's bringing, and it's hard to sort of give you a bit of a headache dwelling on the impossibilities or the probabilities of what's to come. They're cherry, I think. No, raspberry, but they don't. They just taste like bong water. You know what? Maybe I'm just going to eat. Should I eat half? Or should I save that for the pajama party? Because they are a little bit strong and it is a little bit late in the day, so it might be a bit of a waste. Nancy has wine. So, guys, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a drinking party going on at the Discord tonight. Ribbit, Nancy, and Trip are going to go get drunk. Jasper's not getting drunk. He's just smoking Wayne. Ribbit just got his propane topped up. It lasts a year. Save it, T. You're right. I am going to save it. This one's actually still heat sealed, unfortunately. But, yeah, I will save it. Jasper might drink. So, guys, I'm pretty sure a little bit of pear raspberry. Why? What's wrong with raspberry? Sherba's got some wine and beer. That's good. Sherba, if you're in the Discord, why don't you guys go over there and get drunk? Save it for PJs. Well, I do got 2. I did eat 2 at once, and that was a little bit too much, I should say. I mean, there's never really so much as no such thing as too much weed, but it kind of hit hard and fast during the live show. It was kind of all right once I led down. Raspberry. Raspberry. That's just for you, Becky P. Raspberry bong leaves. Getting drunk seems like a good idea post shit hitting the fan. Well, what else are you going to do, guys? Like I say, most people are on vacation a little bit, and you've seen a lot of people out at the beaches and stuff in the warmer states over the weekend. But, you know, we're kind of on sort of staycation, I guess. You know, at least we don't got to get up, go to work for some of us, make the most of it. Thanks, Shah. That's what I was kind of going to do, maybe just cut half and have now. I'm prepped pretty well, not quite enough TP for a month. But I have napkins and vodka and beer, but no tummy to drink, so gonna pass tonight. Okay, good night. Much love from Texas. If you've got socks, you've got toilet paper, Anika. If you've got an old t-shirt, cut it up into little squares, you've got toilet paper. If you've got a hose pipe, you're good to go. Just don't insert the hose pipe is all, or if you do, just don't turn the tap on fully. They look, I know they do look very, very good, but they taste like you made jello with bong water. Share Bear. I gotta work tomorrow, but it's not going to matter much in the foreseeable future. I bought Tang last time out. Nice, Glynis. I've actually got Tang. I did chug a liter of Tang the other day. I'll be working till I get sick. Poor Ribbit. Let's hope you don't get sick. My store is closed for eatables. Ugh, Nancy, that's this. You were supposed to go out yesterday, remember, but you didn't, did you? Nancy, I'm worried about you now. Let's hope it's okay. You know, here in Louisiana, we run out of food at the store. We're just turning the critters on the tree. I bet I could make them better if it was legal here. It doesn't need to be legal there to make it better, Share Bear. You just don't need to get caught making them is all. No ride share. I'm sorry to hear that, Nancy. Is anyone in Louisiana that can give Nancy a lift to the grocery store and help her out, get some stuff? Ours are open. Just what I'm saying, Laurie, maybe not put it off if you can. I know you're waiting on checks and stuff. Do it now. This is a death sentence for a smoker as well. I got that's the only thing I'm gonna probably grab tomorrow. I am waiting for like some money from the professor. And that's what I will stock up on smokes, because it is midnight tomorrow, so hopefully he comes to me in the afternoon. And I'm gonna have to cut him off, I'm afraid. Those bastards are bloodhounds. Kind of guessing you might go under the radar, Share Bear, especially you don't have any prior convictions for similar offences. I think you could probably make up a little batch of edible gummies without alerting the attention of the federal agencies. Hey, don't knock bloodhounds, lol. Lube around the cornhole saves on TB. Indeed it does, Trip. Indeed it does. Oh, make me a flannel shirt, Heidi, if you can. Trip, you nasty. It's factual, Laurie. A little bit of Vaseline, just plops right out. No need to push. Anyway, Trip, I don't want a greasy ass. That's not what she said. Sorry, Ribbit. Anyway, there we are, going down a little bit of road of inappropriateness. So that's probably a good way to end this show. So far, much for the Pink Gusset girls. They're like, oh my god, they're onto us. If we turn up tonight, they're really going to know for sure that's what we do. Let's don't do it tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. But anyway, Killer Kyle. Oh my god, there he is. Look, we always guarantee the minute we say we're going to leave, somebody turns up. So I think Killer Kyle's got to be in on the secret WhatsApp crew. Always, right? Always. It's like once, twice, coincidence, 3 times, 4 times. It's like a pattern. I'm not wrong, guys, am I? You're here most weeks as I am. You see it happen as much as I do. We do get together every day. Funny enough, Kyle, we were talking about you a little bit earlier, saying we haven't seen you for a while, and we haven't seen Hoops for a couple of days. But we have been going daily ever since last Monday when I got sent home from work. They closed down the bars and restaurants here in Toronto. But tomorrow, the whole province, the whole city of Toronto, except for essential businesses, will be going on lockdown. So I just got home from lockdown dodging. What do you mean? You're on lockdown, but you were out when you weren't supposed to be, Killer? He's in Discord. I meant flannel TP. Okay, well, yeah, make flannel TP. I thought you were going to start making some flannel I love flannel shirts. That's why Heidi, I've got quite a lot. Always a lost member of the flock. Indeed, Trip. Indeed. And I bet Almal and Darcy. Although Anika was here, but I bet, oh fuck, man, we can't go and join in now. We really can't. Although Kyle's there, maybe he'll take the hit with it. Oh yeah, I thought you were going on at 11 o'clock tonight. Yeah, I thought, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get the notification. But yeah, I've been out of work now for a week, and each and every day we have done a live show as well as bringing some kind of content, be it a ration review or walkabout. Even brought you a real kitchen cooking recipe yesterday, the first one, the super stew recipe, nutritionally dense. Becky said she was going to try and make it. Let me know how you get on, especially the I know I've seen the buffering. Definitely try out the V8, or you can even get like the equivalent, the Garden. There's a one called Garden something that's similar to the V8, but get used to using that for your stews and like for spaghetti sauces and stuff like that instead of like canned tomatoes, because it's got a lot more nutrients in it than just the tomatoes. So I've got 10 portions of that. Thinking of it, I might even heat up some stew and sort of have a lot of nutrients in me today. I love that, Stu. Thank you. I had a comment from, I actually removed it because it looked like it was just pointless. Like one of those kind of nitpicking comments from someone that isn't even a viewer. I don't know where they come in, and they said something about great, but please remove the casing. There's nothing more unpleasant than finding casing in your food. And I'm like, really? You've never had to chew a hobo's condom? Because that would be a lot more unpleasant, bitch, than finding casing. I don't know what casing she was talking about, maybe off on the sausage, but as I said, I was making it for me, not her. And the point was, it was no fuss, no frills. You didn't have to be fancy. You didn't have to be any culinary skills. You can just throw it in the pot and turn the pot on, and at the end of it, you get a nice bowl of healthy, nutritious, filling and hearty stew. And it really did. I filled myself up yesterday and almost kind of felt my body absorbing the nutrients from it. I actually think it knocked me out a little bit because I did want to go to bed. Gotta go. See you all next time. Take it out. Aztec. It was a little bit spicy. I mean, I like the spice, and purposely putting the spice in there is because chili has an awful lot of vitamin C in it, and it also kind of kills bacteria. Another thing I've been doing a little bit is kind of squirting lemon juice, like the squeezy lemon and the squeezy lime. Every now and then, kind of squirting that in the mouth and giving a little rinse out, because that is also kind of antibacterial, natural antibacterial. Yeah, it's that. But anyway, it's like, if you please, but please, and like and Crying Hippie actually said, make sure you wash the vegetables. But I'm like, dude, I'm a professional chef. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes you wash a lot of the nutrients out, but they were kind of freshly prepared and washed, in their packaging and the boiling process. That's why we cook food, to kill bacteria as well as making it delicious. But anyway, Crying Hippie, I think he was trying to go and get out and get some supplies today, but I haven't heard from him since. Hopefully he didn't get mugged by homeless people or anything like that. I'm always late. Yeah, I used to have folks that said they'd be late to their own funeral, Killer Kyle. And you sort of work somewhat unpleasant, unsociable hours. Should have left the comment up so we could have replied. Yeah, I sometimes think about that, but sometimes it's better to if you say so, Trip. I wouldn't ever recommend anyone to eat salad, but each to their own. But yeah, maybe the power of the fam could have given her a little bit of a hard time, but I do got some fresh veggies, and so it was actually very, very delicious. I forgot there was sausage in it for a while. I was kind of lapping up the eggplant and the potatoes so much, and the couscous really, really kind of a little bit better than rice or pasta, because it kind of soaks up all that juice and all the goodness, and kind of becomes very, very nutritionally dense as a result of it, as well as, the potatoes are very filling and the couscous is very filling, and then all the yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do afterwards, is heat up a bowl of my veggies. So I will get some veggies today, Nancy, and that will leave me with 9 portions. Marsha, sorry I'm late, dears. Marsha, are you in the WhatsApp crew? Trip, read it again. Sorry, what did I say? What did I see? I didn't read it properly. Fresh salad is great for your food to eat. It is. It is great for your food to eat. I recommend your food eat salad. Sorry, I didn't see the your. Is great food to eat. Dyslexic. We see her to the right way. Shah TSP. Hey Marsha G. Marsha G. So are you in the WhatsApp crew, Marsha? Let us know. 17 thumbs up and only 13 viewers. I didn't know what couscous was until you made the stew. It's actually very good. Moroccans use it a lot in kind of Middle Eastern type food. You might find it in, but it is like little pasta, and it doesn't, like pasta and rice, it doesn't really need cooking. It just absorbs hot water and softens up a little bit more. Ramen rehydrates easier, but next to that, couscous would be my thing. Know what's from it. Okay, Marsha. So this is something, and the fam that are watching will confirm this. So I have a theory, because it happens so frequently, that every time I come, okay, guys, let's wrap up tonight's show. Hope you enjoyed it. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. Try to do my little outro. We have a few individuals that always kind of, hey, sorry I was late, what did I miss? And then we usually end up going on a little bit longer just because they're kind of here. And it happens so frequently, I come up with the conclusion that maybe there's a little WhatsApp group, and a few of my viewers have started it, and they kind of sit and watch, and they take it in turns to be the one who arrives late to the proceedings, and thus making me go on a little bit longer than we were going to. There you go. Talk of the freaking devil. And is couscous and little animal? No, Trip is pasta. I was watching. I do. This is what I'm saying. I forsaken. The trouble is, I used to really enjoy watching it live with my little Saul fan club group buddies, and kind of commenting with them as we were watching it. But I haven't managed to catch one all season because of work. So although I could have joined in tonight, it's like, man, there's only a few left. It's like I don't want to enjoy it this close to the end. You know what I mean? It's like kind of someone giving you a roach that's nearly half smoked. But I was just explaining to Marsha about the little WhatsApp group that you run in Elmal, just to let you know, you, Anika, and Darcy have been labelled the Pink Gusset Crew, or the Gusset Girls, but we sort of went with the Pink Gussets. I'm going to be watching it online afterwards, all being well, and I was saying I was going to probably heat up some of my stew. So there she is. There's one of the Pink Gusset Girls, Elmel Hardy, late as always. Although Elmel, I'm going to tell you that Better Call Saul did end an hour and 26 minutes ago. I'll take it. So we are going to plan possibly a pajama party, a pandemic party, pajama party in collaboration possibly with Pepper Chicks, our friend Annie Bedell. Sorry, it's a chick's name. I always get chicks' names wrong. And I've told you before, when you sometimes have to pay them for their company, they let you call them what you want. I often call them Janice. No, I don't. But anyway, yeah, we are going to plan a little bit of a pandemic pajama party and try and have a little bit of fun, comedy, and laughter, and kind of forget about all our troubles and our woes. Check out my comment above, please. What comment, Heidi? How far have I got to go up? Oh yeah, spring break. I don't even know if we're going to get a spring break. I can't see it. If you put half a portion in a bowl and add more V8 juice, would you would do? Yeah, you would. So indeed, like I could take what I've portioned and put half, and maybe just make some chicken broth or vegetable broth, whatever broth, or even just use a ramen seasoning to make like the broth, and then kind of add half of my super stew into that, and it would be like a soup rather than a stew, but you would still get all the nutrition. But as Heidi said, if you did sort of boil up a can of and you can get V8 in the cans, much more of a beneficial item than canned tomatoes, in my opinion. And I think you can almost get it cheaper. You can get like 6 cans for $3, which works out like 50 cents a can, which is usually cheaper than canned tomatoes, but it has all the extra, so you'd be doubling up on your nutritions. Where's our rights is Jasper. I had to make a cup of coffee, pee, and check email. How long were you peeing? We never have to retract comment. No, the retractor, I used to do that quite a lot. Canham, my creepy stalker, she used to be correcting and retracting all night long. Most of the time, she wasn't loved up with emojis. I DVD it. What are you DVRing it? Better Call Saul. I just watch it on Cyberflix because that's got all the up to date content. You should need, so that's what I was going to do. But yeah, you would indeed double your nutrients, and you could also spread out, stretch out your stew. I mean, you could almost, like, again, split it in half and mix in a ramen with it. Again, you know, if it's I picked some up for 10 cents, adding a 10-cent ramen to that would also double and bulk it up. Commercials, yeah, that's kind of another reason why I give up watching it live, because there's almost more commercial than show during that hour. But anyway, Almal, I am sorry to say that it's an hour and 30 minutes, guys. We're gonna try and wrap it up. So guys, tomorrow we're going to try and go for time for my PJs night. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Laurie. So Laurie's heading out. Drug commercials. I noticed that when I watched mainstream media today for the first time, nearly every other commercial was for the drug companies, and Big Pharma, believe you me, are pulling a lot of fucking strings on this COVID stuff. But tomorrow we might try and go on at 8 p.m. Tuesday night. I might even try and announce it earlier, so don't be late. Don't make excuses. Try to be here for 8 p.m. If we're not here on 8 p.m., it'll be 9 p.m. We are going to try and plan the PJ party. I think maybe Friday would be the best occasion for that. We did say we're going to try and bring you the 50 bunch tonight. We will try and do that before much longer, all being well. But tomorrow night, Tuesday, is the regular TSP TV live night, so maybe we'll go a little bit earlier and a little bit longer tomorrow night, to make up for it. Each and every night that you get a live feed other than Tuesday is bonus, right? So hopefully you guys are enjoying this daily TSP content. As I've told you guys, I don't have any answers, I don't have any exclusive information or revelations to bring you. We are just trying to kind of bring you observation and opinions, as well as being as distractory as possible, while bringing a couple of laughs and jokes. So don't forget, guys, tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll try and go on for 8 p.m. Remind me about that, mods, if you can. And we'll try and have a little bit of California Ninja. There's a fucking WhatsApp group. Tell me there's a WhatsApp, even if you have to lie to appease me. This can't be like always. Get in the Discord. Almal, have you still got the Discord? He's a gusset girl, it seems to be. The Manhattan guy is Jason Goodman at Crowdsource the Truth. Jason Goodman at Crowdsource the Truth, Glynis. One more time, Jason Goodman, Crowdsource the Truth. Yes, and I can join before babysitting. Why don't you take us with you babysitting? It's okay, CNA. I haven't used it. You were there the other day, Almal, looking at your son's dick pics. I don't know if you were or not. That was just conjecture, whatever it is, however you say it, you know what I mean. So yeah, if you're not in the Discord, you can always go and carry on partying in the Discord after the show ends. If you want to chuck a buck or two in the TSP tip jar to help me out, since I am out of work, please do so. No obligation. I know everybody is in the kind of same boat at the minute, and will be putting the purse strings for the foreseeable future. But us prepping folk that have a little pantry to fall back on aren't so worried as the majority of folks in we are in this together, guys, and for the duration and for the foreseeable future, we will try and keep together each and every day, just to keep the together spirit and keep morales up and spirits high, if you know what I mean. Martha Noah, oh my god, are you a gusset girl as well, Martha? Why does everybody turn up so late? Maybe like Almal recruited a whole bunch of different people. Okay, like, I'm gonna go in, but if a whole bunch of you go after me, it doesn't look so obvious. Okay, guys, just stick to the plan. I was watching Netflix. Martha. Shame on you. Netflix ain't going anywhere. I mean, I'm not really going anywhere anytime soon, hopefully. But Netflix, if are you Android or Apple, Martha? Because I think I did put a video. I think I did put a video up on Shit Video Productions, how you can Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Amazon Prime for free. The Gusset Girls. Maybe we should hashtag that. We are in this together. Hashtag Shah. Hashtag Gusset Girls. Or are they the Pink Gussets? I think Pink Gussets. Possibly. I got to check my emails, Glynis. But thank you very much if you did. I really do appreciate it. And as I said, I kind of am out of work at the minute, and this is kind of my job, although it's partly voluntarily, non-profit. But I will be probably doing that this week, maybe Trip, because it will be my first viewer sent MRE. I got like a Safari Man sends me some stuff. We got a little bit of a kind of agreement going there. So yeah, I will be doing that. I do got a whole bunch of international rations to bring you. I've finished the Canadian IMPs. They're done. That playlist is finished until I get some more. Hashtag the Pink Gussets. That does need a t-shirt, right? That does need a t-shirt. Maybe we could get some pink t-shirts with hashtag Pink Gussets on there. Keep talking about t-shirts. Hopefully we can make that happen in some point in the future. Then yes, I did. I think I can remember. Thank you, Glynis. I do got to check my emails. But Alma, I'm pretty sure you'd like a pink gusset. I mean, pink gusset panties would be, I could imagine they would sell. There would be a market for those somewhere along the line. Gusset. You know about the gussets, the bottom of the bag. Look, this is a gusset. There you see. That's a gusset at the bottom, and you can kind of see it does look a little bit like an axe wound, a little bit like a metallic coochie. But anyway, guys, Lamo Trip, get that one. Hashtag waffle stomp. Yeah, or you could also get like a potato masher, so you don't have to use your foot. Yes, t-shirts. Anyway, guys, Shah Pink Gussets. Now you have to put the hashtag in front of the Pink Gussets and put it all as one word. Why are you blowing on the Pink Gussets? There, sister in California says they have 7 pending CV cakes in Riverside. I used to be not far from Riverside in San Bernardino. A turd knife, yeah. Lots of people have turd knives, I've heard, more than you realize. I think I'll have to pimp myself out to survive. Before you do that, maybe try and do some breaking and entering and beating up of weaker folk that aren't as well prepared as you are. CNA. No, don't do that. I don't endorse that at all or advise it for that matter. But if you've got to do what you've got to do, do it. But you've got to say 6 feet away. That was something I also noticed on the CP24 local news, is when they were interviewing people on the street, they had like, you couldn't see the thing, it was just a very, very long pole with a microphone attached to. Crash Lansing on you. As I said, guys, delete Netflix, go over to Shit Video Productions, my backup channel, and find how to watch for free, because this time of being at home in the pandemic, you might have some binge watching hours. But really and truly, I've got a whole bunch of playlists you should be binging on. Seriously, fuck Netflix. Go and check out my playlist. Go and watch the videos that have only got 20 views from years and years ago. Not years ago, months and months ago. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight and God bless to you all. P.O. Box. I kind of ducked in there last week, Killer Kyle, and grabbed the package that Trip sent me, and I managed to duck out of there with an invoice. But when I go back, I will have to pay. I don't know. Cyberflix. It's an application. Do you want me to show you it? Here it is. So there's content for you to watch on Cyberflix, regularly updated. There it is, Better Call Saul. Let me check that season 5's latest episode's out. Wexler versus McGill. There's me. Can you see my shiny bald head? I'm not wearing my hat today. Hopefully there's going to be a, but yeah, there you go, there's all my links. So what you do is when you get one of these, you press the link that you want to watch and you watch it, and then using that button there, you can cast it to your screen. So that one is Cyberflix. There you go, Cyberflix TV. You can't get it at the App Store. You're gonna have to go to like a search engine and search for it and then download the APK. But if you go and look at Ship Video Productions, then the video's there, and the link for the download is in the description. Same thing, BTV. Pretty much, there's me again, look, just like Netflix. So you've got all your TV shows there, Kingdom, Game of Thrones, Star Trek, Westworld. And then if you go over here, look, you can go to movies, and it gives you what movies: Star Wars, The Invisible Man, Jumanji. You go up here, trending, now playing, and it shows you what movies are on in the theaters right now. If you go back to TV shows, you can come here. Actually, it's not on that one, sorry. Let's go back to Cyberflix, and let's go back. I know Better Call Saul's up there. So you see there where it says recently added, you come here and you press that. You come down here, see where it says D plus and A plus, that's Disney Plus and Amazon Plus, and you click on there, and here are all your Disney Plus shows. So The Mandalorian's going to be on there, Ghost Rider, Musical Rider, all this, look, Pixar. And then if we go back to here, we can go to this one and all your Netflix shows. Tiger King, that is fucking brilliant. Watch Tiger King, that's very entertaining. And all your Netflix and Hulu shows are there, guys. And if you come over here again, trending favorites, new shows, what new shows have been released recently: Jessie and Nessie, Trigonometry, The Plot Against America, all brand new shows. So there you go, BTV and Cyberflix APKs. Look for them on your search engines. Everyone's saying goodnight. I'm surprised if it's going to be 2 weeks. I'm reckoning in a week, as she's not here to tell the story. Someone tried to burgle the store that Danielle, thrift store gardener, works at. So I guess you're all making your exits now. I don't know if that was interesting for you, showing you the Cyberflix and BTV, but you can only get it if you've got Android, because unfortunately Apple don't allow you to put third-party applications or software onto your phone. So Killer Kyle, no, I mean the PO box is still running, but tomorrow Ontario is going into a state of emergency, martial law. Everything's going to be locked out. Stay at home is in place unless it's essential. So I'm really not sure when I'm going to be able to get to the PO box anytime soon, or when I'm going to be able to have the funds available to pay for that. But never. So guys, as I said, if you do got an Android, you can go and get yourself Cyberflix or BTV and do away with Netflix or any other paid streaming applications and watch it for free. No sign up, no email required, and you can download everything for free. Oh, don't worry, Trip, I know how to swirl the selfie stick. Guys, I couldn't get it to work. Well, Ribbit, what you need to do is go to your settings also. Watch the video, but you have to set your settings in security to allow unknown sources to put applications on your phone. But go. I can do that, Glynis. Actually, email me so I can reply to you. Yeah, I'm a hooligan. I could probably, I'd need a Sunday Express. But there was a newspaper that used to get on a Saturday in England. It was very, very big with all the sports kind of reports in there. And you could fold it in a certain way and it'd be pretty much like a baseball bat. We do indeed hope we come out the other side. Killer Kyle. So I do have a few kind of MacGyvered weapons within grabbing distance at any given time, guys. So hopefully we don't have to resort to them, and I'll be quite a little bit glad in many ways to kind of stay in and not have anywhere to go, especially if the weather's not going to be as nice as it could be over the next few days. But it is going to be getting up to double figures at some point in the week. Whether or not we'll be able to get out and enjoy it, probably not. And as I said, we're not sure when we're going to be able to do any more walkabouts or go anywhere or do anything, but we do got our preps, and we do got each other, guys, so that's something that some folks don't got, and as I said, that's a little bit why we're kind of going daily, so we've got a little bit of company and we don't get stir crazy, and we've got someone to talk to. So there you go, guys. I'll give you an extra little bit of bonus time tonight for those late bees that come in. So try and make it on time tomorrow, guys. We are going to attempt to be on air at 8 p.m. Eastern Central Time. I do love it when people ask me, what time zone is that? Like I'd be using any other time zone than the time zone I'm in. But anyway, guys, try for 8 p.m. tomorrow night Eastern Time. If I'm not bringing any content in between then, remains to be seen. So guys, as I said, stay safe, stay alert, stay inside, stay with your loved ones. Don't forget to tune in and regularly check YouTube, because you might not get notifications for any videos or updates. You've got more than 5 minutes, Al Mal. Seriously, if I was a hooker, I'd be making you pay for the extra hour, even if we didn't go the distance. Well, hopefully not as crazy if you don't tune in and join us, Ninja Prepper and Ninja Adventurer. That's what we're doing. 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, good night, friends. J Silver Bravo. Why does somebody always do it? Always do it. Sorry, J Silver Bravo, brother. Just signing out. Just telling everyone, try and be on time tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to try and do the live show. So it's nearly 11. It's nearly midnight. It's 15 minutes to midnight, guys. So sorry, everybody that's come in late tonight has got an extra few minutes. And I'm actually kind of crossing my legs a little bit because I need to pee, and I'm kind of clenching a little bit because I do maybe need to fart, but I'll wait till I'm off air for that, guys. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Sorry you joined us late, J Silver Bravo. You guys, don't forget, 8 p.m. tomorrow night Eastern Standard Time. Take care, each and every one of you. Look out for each other. Go and bounce over to the Discord. Post it up again in case J Silver Bravo wants to go and join up the Discord chat room. And no, I don't got a date. I haven't had a date for a while, and due to the fact that Chinatown and most businesses are being closed, I don't think I'm going to be having a date any time in the foreseeable future. So no, guys, take care, and as I said, look after one another, look out for one another, keep your eyes peeled, keep safe, keep inside, most importantly, keep tuned in to TSP TV. Take care, guys. This is a ship video production. This is TSP TV. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care and stay safe.